All right, so this is our new NDI interface for all of our new monitors. They're all now NDI certified, so you'll be able to easily get them into your NDI ecosystem. This is the new interface. The nice thing is we've got a source preview side and you've got an output side, so you can just drag and drop stuff in here. In order to find sources, you go to Discover, here are all your sources. You can just select the sources that you want that particular display to keep an eye on. And then once you've added them, they'll be listed down here in the bottom here. And then as you want to change sources, all you do is you can just drag it into the output, and you'll see here on the monitor.
And now, we're viewing this on an NDI monitor.
That is an NDI-enabled monitor, correct. Okay. The other nice thing that you can do with this is you have the ability to have boxes where you can do multiple sources. So if you look here, now you've got basically a quad split built right in here through the NDI interface. And the other thing you can do is these new boards will also decode 4K NDI. If you guys are doing 4K, or ever will do 4K.
Okay, so very good. And could we walk around the front here?
Sure.
And
so here you've got two NDI displays. This is your NDI prompter monitor. Has the same interface that I just showed you. Same thing with the reference monitor. We have clock and a tally. The tally can actually follow the NDI metadata of cameras that are on or off air through a TriCaster. So if you tell this monitor to watch the on-air status of that camera, once that camera goes on air, that's going to trigger that tally to change colors.
Gotcha.
And then with the clock, we're putting in an audio port into the NDI board. And if you have a laptop that can run an LTC timecode generator, you can direct it out the port and then into the clock, and then the clock will decode the LTC timecode.
So we already have an NDI monitor for our Telescript teleprompter. Yes. So we can simply add the confidence monitor and the clock and the tally.
Yes, they're all add-ons. The tally function is in that monitor that you have, the ones that you have. The audio one is not, because that's new for this year. So you'll be able to do the tally, but you won't be able to push through the LTC timecode to the clock, unless you send it another way.
Oh, okay. So the LTC coming through to the clock is coming through this monitor?
Correct.
Oh, okay.
Correct.
Gotcha.
If you have an LTC generator or a master clock that's generating timecode, you can still plug it in through the LTC port.
Okay.
But if you wanted to do it through NDI, you could using the audio port that's in these new monitors.
Gotcha, gotcha. So this monitor, even though we have an NDI monitor,
yes,
that is a newer version of the NDI monitor.
This is a newer version of what you have.
Okay.
The only thing you'll have access to all the same features other than 4K and the LTC audio coming through the monitor.
Gotcha. And the LTC audio is needed to run the clock.
To run the clock.
Gotcha.
Right. You can always run the clock just time of day.
Okay.
You know, or like I said, if you have a master clock that will output LTC, you can just plug it into, we also have a 3-pin XLR LTC port.
Okay.
If you don't want to do it the NDI way.
So we do already have, this is a years old clock system, but we do have a countdown clock.
And then as long as it'll output LTC, you can just use the XLR port.
Okay.
To do the decoding.
The XLR port right there.
Yeah, right
Okay.
there.
Very good. And the confidence monitor, that is also NDI?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, everything here in this section of the booth is all NDI enabled. Even some of the cameras that aren't NDI native are being converted to NDI and sent out as an NDI signal. So like this big Ikegami camera, that's a standard camera.
Right.
Standard studio ENG camera. But it's not NDI native.
Right.
So what I'm doing is I'm taking the SDI out, converting it through an SDI to NDI converter, and then getting it into network, and being able to put it in all the monitors out here.
Gotcha.
Yeah, this is just to show that even if you don't currently have NDI gear,
yes,
you still can use it in an NDI network.
Very good.
All you need is a converter.
Converter.
Yeah.
Very good. Well, thank you very much, Jim.
All right.
Appreciate
my pleasure.
It. Okay.
That was my pleasure.